Herzeleid is Rammstein's very first album. The first Rammstein songs that I had heard were the ones that they had contributed to the Lost Highway soundtrack. Rammstein and Heirate mich. And those are also two songs that are on this album. This album came out in Europe in 1995, but it didn't reach North America until 1998. However, since I listened to the Lost Highway soundtrack, I have been a Rammstein fan since 1997. Although their sound hasn't changed drastically over the years, Herzeleid is Rammstein at their most basic. Till Lindemann's vocals are more chants or grunts than they are singing, and the guitars are very simple and repetitive, like many of the synth parts. They have this very precise, quantized sound to them. They sound like they were programmed rather than played. While most people seem to consider Rammstein to be industrial, they classify their music as Tanzmetal or dance metal. Many of their songs, especially on this album, sound very similar to house music or trance music, in that the guitars seem like they're just one or a couple of riffs that are looped over and over again. But rather than detracting from the more metal aspect of their music, I find it actually enhances it. You can headbang to early Rammstein better than you can to Metallica. I think this is especially true of Wollt ihr das Bett in Flammen sehen, Weißes Fleisch, and my favorite track in this album, Asche zu Asche. Till Lindemann has said that in later albums he has tried to grunt less and sing more, and I have no problem with that, but to me, German it seems like a language that was meant to be grunted. That's what's great about German metal. The original cover for this album just featured the guys in the band standing around shirtless, and I think some music critic accused them of acting like they were poster boys for the master race or some such nonsense. Because of course, if muscly Germans pose shirtless together, obviously they're Nazis. Apparently. The first video that they did for this album, and I think it was their very first video, was for Du riechst so gut. It was pretty Spartan in comparison to the elaborate, wacky videos they would later go on to do with Jonas Ekerlund. But I think it works given the very sort of mechanical, quantized sound that the song has. It's just the guys in the band standing in front of a white background. They did a bigger budget version later on when they could afford it, but I actually prefer the earlier one because it's so simple. While Sehnsucht was the album that really made them world famous, I actually prefer this album. I think this album is a lot more fun.